All right, today is Tuesday, August 18th, 2015, and this is the water vapor loop for the Northeast Pacific. And today in Los Angeles, we had mostly clear skies. It was much cooler. It was around 92 today. We had a barometric pressure this morning of about 30.00 inches. Tonight it's 29.98. And we on Sunday we had a very dry day. It was very hot, 16.8% relative humidity, 16.8%. And then yesterday we were up at 40% humidity, and today was 57%. And that's because of all this residual moisture from that Arizona, or rather that was almost half the size of California. The one storm that was right about here that they blew apart. All that residual moisture is drifting up here and back around. This is a artificial high pressure spinning clockwise, and that's why they're blowing all these storms away. These thunderstorms right here are all being hit by a HAARP transmitter as they go offshore. The mainland of Mexico, they're blown apart, and all that steam and water vapor wraps right back around. So we had a lot of humidity the last couple of days, especially today. It was about 57-58% humidity this morning. All right, and then, okay, so what we see also going on here is that this is a spinning low. It's being isolated. We can see a lot of hot air right here, and they're going to just continue to completely isolate this, and it will not gain strength. There's no moisture feeding it. So they're gonna isolate this. Same with this one here. This is a new spinning. This is showing some vigorous spinning activity. This is not mentioned on the National Hurricane Center map. It's just a spinning weather system that doesn't have any identification. Now look at the blockade here that's still in place. This is probably a phased array radar right here. That is serving to block all this moisture right here. You got another low that's coming out of the Bering Sea area. You can see that right now. They're putting heat on it right there. Okay, and all that moisture is running right into this blockade that they have. Some of it the last couple of days was wrapping around and feeding this system, but now they've got this thing completely isolated. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the East Pacific water vapor loop. And we can see these thunderstorms that are wrapping around this upper high pressure that they've got. They've got a artificial high pressure that's been spinning for about 4 days now. And we can see the beginning right there. That one thunderstorm that's leading on the leading edge there of that pack is being hit right there. And we can see it imploding. We can see a blast pattern. Let's go take a look at that up close. This is the water vapor loop for the southwest, and we can see the blast pattern right there. Right there. Okay, and over here too, we can see the whole thing beginning to implode. All right, let's go back and look at the and we see an eddy current here. This is interesting. Backflow. This may spin up into something that they're going to have to stomp that out with a transmitter. This is that low that they're isolating this. Okay, keeping that separated from all this activity down here that would otherwise feed that and make it a storm. Okay, here we can see the intensity of these thunderstorms coming back around. All right, they come back around and they would bring rain to California. And since the mission is clearly to keep the rain out of California, with that in mind, we can predict a lot of what's going to happen out here. That's how I do it. That's how I've been doing it. You can see what's happening here. When the rain is being prevented from entering the state of California, that's a clear pattern that we've all observed now for over, well, for me, it's been about 2.5 years watching these satellites. They're blocking the weather any way they can, and so from that point of view, we can see the logic of everything else that's going on here. This could be weather warfare. I mean, these some of these storms are awfully big. That we had that rainstorm, July the 19th. It rained like cats and dogs. There were nickel-sized drops coming down from storm cells that were a lot smaller than these. All right. Okay. Let's go on and look at the. That's the southwest water vapor loop. Here is the rainbow loop right here. We can see the blast pattern right down here. That implodes right there. And in the daylight, the visible loop, we can't see a whole lot. There's not much we can see right there. So that's pretty much it. This is the National Hurricane Center. There's not a whole lot going on. We have there's a low pressure that they're keeping an eye on just south of Hawaii. So we'll keep an eye on that. Right down here, I think is where they're referring to. Okay, so we'll do another one of these later. That's it.